Hi, welcome back to Modern Daze. I think we're like episode 7 now, something like that. Something like that. I'm probably wrong. Who knows? Welcome back after I think 3 weeks of being away. Apologies about that. Various things have kept us from this. But anyway, let's jump back in. This week's question for our players is, what is your character's worst habit? And I'm going to pick on Ian first this time, I think.
Hi, I'm Ian. I play Darrell, the blade singer. Darrell may allegedly have some interesting ingredients in his tobacco pouch. He uses these ingredients more to enhance his rebel without a cause persona. It also pisses off his dad. In fairness, drugs designed for human recreational use seem not to have much effect on Darrell, but he doesn't do hard drugs.
So he does horse drugs instead then?
Yeah.
Horse tranquilizers.
Horse tranquilizers. Something else.
Or he uses sage.
Yeah, it's he's saging his internal organs.
Whether it involves mushrooms.
Well, it's au natural.
Oh, yeah.
Go on then, Tom.
Hi, my name's Tom. I play Raphy Matthews, and Raphy's bad habit. He's got 2. He enjoys a drink, but he's not an alcoholic. He stays to a couple of units.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
It's just a couple of units nights, just keep that going. He's also a spendthrift. He has enough money for his dojo, but the rest of the time it's like he doesn't know where his money goes.
He doesn't keep a bills list or anything.
No, he comes and goes.
Fiscally irresponsible, one would say, maybe. Kyle, let's go for you.
I play Kevin, the Paladin. I'm still struggling with the idea of bad habits, but
Something's happened to the cameras.
Oh, my camera's gone off. Oh, crap.
Nope.
What on earth? Hang on.
Technical issues.
Sorry.
Start this time.
Oh, was it me? Oh, seriously.
Kyle did it, so he's got more thinking time.
Yes. Yeah. Kyle, you can't hack into my computer like this. I've told you before.
It hasn't reset all the locations of the cameras.
good.
It's just
But obviously, he hasn't hacked in properly because there's a Furby on his screen.
Seriously, what the hell? Hang on.
That's okay. Bea will just be a disembodied voice tonight.
Yes, apparently. How weird. Just out of nowhere.
Can't have a ref. No camera ref.
See if it works in this USB port.
Yeah, don't need to look at the Dungeon Master or Storyteller.
Thanks.
You do.
Yeah. It's just so we can gauge if our ideas are good, bad, or oh crap, what are they doing now?
Yeah.
Blind gamble.
You want us to come back to you, Carl?
Yeah, they're probably easier.
Yeah, no worries. Let's go, Ken. Whilst I figure out my bloody.
Hello, everybody. My name's Liam. I'm Ken. Not Liam. My name's Liam. My name's Liam, the Ranger, and I play Ken, player. Liam's bad habit is he doesn't think that he has any.
Yeah, that's your toxic trait. You think that you don't have any. I like that.
So everybody else's bad habits are too numerous to mention.
I love that. Andy, go on.
Hello, I'm Andy. I play Beren, who's another paladin. Beren's bad habit is sort of one he doesn't sort of consciously realise he has, but he is a hoarder. He just sort of collects things. And he doesn't do it intentionally. It's not because he has collect. He doesn't. It's not because he actually makes a decision to keep things, or makes a decision rather not to throw things away. It's just, as we discussed in the last session, he's been alive for quite a long time. Hello, Bea, your face is back.
That was so weird.
Yeah, Beren's been around for quite a while, and his house is full of things that he has no idea are there.
So,
A
Andy, is that
veritable
you
museum.
saying that Baron's like you with your tabs on
No, because all my there are for reasons. I haven't forgotten they're there. I just have not chosen to close them. Okay, maybe one or two, but no, they're all there for reasons.
Reasons.
Reasons, yes.
Ben, let's go for you.
I am Ben. I play Hendrix, the dog. He's also apparently a rogue, but primarily he's a dog. And I think his bad habits are probably all too obvious, really, for everyone to see, because he's a dog.
Is it licking yourself?
Yeah, he'll stop and lick himself all over when he wants to. He'll vomit up food and eat it again. Yeah, so I think I win the bad habits thing hands down.
Okay, Kyle, it's up to you to actually.
You got to beat that,
him.
Kyle.
Yeah, you got to beat
Hopefully
that.
I can beat him, but I think thinking about it, Cadman's bad habit is always giving everyone a second chance,
even when they don't deserve it.
Evil they've been.
Yeah, I like that one. It seems like a good idea until monsters.
I'm pretty certain that the character Ken being played by Liam is going to need a second chance.
Maybe a third. Or a
I'm
fourth.
already on to my 5th, 6th, 10th.
He's secretly a cat. This is his lives.
I'm a cat. I'm a cat to the power of cats.
Exception. Anyway, so let's we'll do a quick recap. Just so that we can get everyone back on track as to where we are. Previously, Darrell had gone to meet with Sergeant Clemens. Yep. Sorry, it's been a couple of weeks, so my brain is not working. Cadman went to meet with Darrell Smith. No, Gareth Smith. Sorry. Got some potions and such, and a container, I believe, that will that can hold some water. You guys have managed to collect quite a few of these containers now. I think amongst you've got about 7 containers total.
We have every single one in existence in the entire of Britain.
Literally, I mean the Redwicks had to go out of the country to get theirs. So somehow you guys have scrambled together in a night, and a day, more containers than you're all seemingly well connected. So, did Raphy go somewhere? I can't remember.
I went to the hotel after I've been to the club, and then I've gone back to the manor.
Okay. And then Baron had made his way to go meet with the curious Andy, who told him that
she was a god.
She was a god, yeah, and
but a god who's lost her worshippers. She
explains in a very rough, not very clear way that she is just an ordinary human, and sometimes that happens when a god loses all their followers, and eventually just though not always, so it's a bit of a weird and rare situation. If you were to believe it, of course.
She also said that Baron's missing bits of memory,
yes,
which he put down to just his extended age. She seemed to imply that someone had actually been messing around in his brain.
She did.
And
says
was
that
mine.
Your head's like a cracked egg, fractured, perhaps intentionally, unintentionally, she doesn't know. But what she does know is that very easily recognizable, at least to someone like her, that you were carrying around someone very powerful with you, that she needed to talk to. So we'll start there. It is the afternoon, I believe we said it was, in Epping Forest, which is in Essex, for those who don't know. And I believe we're on, if you look on the map, I've put a little ping there. Is that it? No, I didn't. I didn't put it on. And now I'm not going to get it right. Hang on, stay there.
It's about there, isn't it?
It's about... Stop pinging all over the place. My God. Hang on. Token layer. Can you guys see the blue token?
Yes.
Yep.
Roughly there. And I mean roughly. Don't come at me. It's something a lot around that area. Yeah, I know. Actually, do you know what? I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit more this way. There we go. It's somewhere there. So you found this place. You'd wandered into this part of the forest that clearly magically touched because of the haze that you saw, which is the daze making its work over areas which are a little bit more magically occupied, and just to protect, well, either the magic community or the humans and mortals that aren't aware of it. Who's to say which one's being protected in that situation? You met up with Andy by what looks like a very old looking shrine, and as she spoke with you, she explained that she wished to communicate with this person or this being.
And is she still dressed in Heelys?
Yes. So you can see that she's still roughly wearing the same things. She's dressed very much like just before I do it, have you put up the picture of Andy?
I have done,
in the hat. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, I won't do then. Andy's done that for you. So
I'll put it back. As she closed it, I'll put it back up. But yeah.
Yeah, she's dressed very much like a young, in their late teens or early 20s, almost like a student / festival goer. Very young, very sort of with the times, though there's a lot of very odd bits about her, things that are perhaps a little bit considered dated now, things like Heelys, jelly, those I can't remember what they're called now, but the bracelets all the girls would wearing in like the early noughties, bits of...
Do you mean those friendship bracelets that's woven out of bits of
yeah
cotton?
I think people used to call them, no, not, well, they were like plastic. You're right there, Darkwing Duck.
That's Count
Is that Duckula? Yeah, sorry,
Duckula.
I realized my mistake as soon as I said it. They used to call them Scoobies, which was like plastic string that you could weave together to make you can make friendship bracelets and things like that. Anyway, the point is it's all like fads over the past 2 or 3 decades that she seems to have just thrown herself into.
Okay.
Discovering this stuff potentially from like charity shops and whatnot, and if you didn't know better, you'd say it was just an average teen / early 20s adult, but she has, in her conversation with you, obviously revealed that she is this, or was, one of these elder ones, what they called the old gods back in Britain a long time ago.
Yeah, I've got some. Where's my notes on this? She's British. Yes, she's British. So she said she'd never met my patron.
No, but
she
recognised
what he. Yeah.
Yeah. like sees like, as she said.
Because her name is Andraste.
Mm.
She was an Iceni god worshipped by Boadicea.
She was a goddess worshipped by the Iceni, not exclusively an Iceni god, but yes, for all intents and purposes, that is correct. So you know that this person is quite old, though she has said that she doesn't remember a great deal from that time because of being mortal, being human, doesn't hold those memories. To have those memories of being so powerful and having that sort of control is impossible to retain once you're mortal again.
Okay.
So she's reached her hand out to take the amulet whilst you are still wearing it, as I believe, and goes to communicate. You feel a sensation of being pulled forward, even though you are standing stock still, and everything around you changes. You're suddenly somewhere very different. This is a place almost out of a movie. You've seen The Matrix. You've seen films where they find themselves into an endless room with ambient light from no particular source, and the only beings in this room is you and Andy standing in front of you. You are the only people here, and you're having this almost out of body experience where you can see yourself standing in front of her, and you start to speak in a language that you don't fully recognize. Your voice is much changed. It's much deeper. The sound seems to reverberate from nothing. Andy responds in this language as well. There is a time difference. You start to skip between bits of what's happening here. You see the introduction that they make. You skip, suddenly come conscious and watching yourself and Andy having a quick discussion. They're talking very fast between them. As you move round, you can see that your features looking very drained and tired. Andy's features look concerned. If you want to make a nice an insight check at this point, you can. I would say, because you are skipping bits and pieces, make it with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, I'm rubbish at this. So disadvantage is
roll the control button, I believe.
Yeah.
There you go. Well,
did that roll?
Neither of those look particularly well. Yeah. You rolled a 9 and a 7. The whole experience is so jarring, and watching yourself talk without you being involved in the process whatsoever is a bit too unnerving for you to fully grasp what is happening. You start to feel your consciousness being drawn back into your body, and you hear the last moments of conversation in this weird, harsh language. The tone of voice from Andy quite concerned, quite urgent, and then darkness. And you wake up groggy and lying on the ground. There is bugs and shit was just crawling in your ears from lying on the forest floor. And Andy is kneeling next to you. You feel like you've been hit by like a truck. You're really feeling this pressure in your head, and all of the energy has just drained out of you. And she's kneeling next to you. She's just got her hand on your shoulder, and she goes, "Are you okay? Can you stand?"
I will try. I feel drained, but I will try. And I shall try and pull myself up.
Yeah. She helps if you allow her to. And she kind of sort of steadies you as you stand up.
Once I'm steady, I will check that the amulet is still there.
Yep, you check the amulet. It's warm. A little bit warmer than usual, but not actually unusually so. It's intact exactly as you left it. Again, you feel that a soft this time rather than the harshness from before, that second heartbeat. As you put your hand on it, and it's calming down, as if it's recently been more present. Andy looks up at you.
What did my lord say?
He is very weakened. A lot has happened, and it seems that your memory problems are shared. He has no memory of why his wards were not up. It appears that he had shielded himself before, and up until perhaps recently, he cannot remember. You've been without that warding, exposed, so that even someone like myself could recognize it. Who have you come in contact with recently, or in the past few months? Is there anyone that you've met, or
not that I remember? Not that I remember, though. I did. I was. Sorry, Andy's looking them up. I had some interaction with. What's the hunt thing called? What are they called?
Oh, the
Blackwood Hounds. So I had an engagement with the Blackwood Hounds, where they attacked and I defended a member of the council.
I'm gonna roll something actually. Her eyebrows kind of shoot up, and she goes, that is an old name. I'm not sure they're quite capable of this unless, well, I mean, who's to say what their agenda is, especially these days. I thought they were no longer in operation.
I was not their target. I was just in the wrong place at the right time to defend against their attack.
I understand. This, I've helped him to renew the ward, and you should now be hidden.
Okay. Thank you for that.
I could only offer truly a paltry amount of help. If anything, it was merely that I brought this to his attention. I do not wish to see many more of us extinct. And she she looks quite sad and thoughtful for a moment, and she says, I can't do anything about it now, but I'm wondering if there is a way that we could. I know of a way where if you were to meditate and with the right instruction and direction, you could potentially figure out what has happened to these memories and start piecing together what has happened, repairing what is broken, essentially.
That would be good.
It would take some preparation, but if you wanted to, I can perhaps arrange for something like this to happen in the next month. If
that would be good. I have given my word that I will be somewhere shortly, so I need to get on with that.
It can be any time. I couldn't do any. I could not arrange this to be any closer than within a month because of the elements that I need to organize together. If it needs to be later, it can be later, and it is entirely if this is something you wish to do.
I wish to do it.
Training.
I wish to do it. When? How will we how should I contact you?
Contact me through perhaps Frankie is the wrong person. She was a tad confused, I think, by you arriving. I forget sometimes how people are so isolated now from one another. Perhaps Pepper would be easiest, and the hotel would be a good place to maybe conduct this meditation. The hotel has the resources and I'm sure would provide a room for such a thing.
Certainly. Sorry, out of character. Is Pepper the manager of the hotel?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah.
Who you know quite well. Well,
yeah.
You know reasonably well enough. Yeah.
Apparently. I'm not sure I remember him very well, but
yeah. Doesn't know anybody.
Yeah, okay. I shall make my way back to the hotel when I can.
It would be good to see you again, and I hope that you look after yourself till then and your precious cargo. She leaves you to it. She actually, if you wish, leads you out of this little corner of the hazed area. It's quite big. It's like a surprising chunk of this part of the forest that has just been magically cordoned off. But you do find your way back to, I believe it was a Londis that you'd parked your car outside of.
Something like that,
yeah. You get back in your car.
Well, so I get what I'm going to do is I'm going on the Londis.
Oh yeah, go on.
Buy myself a load of energy drinks.
Yeah.
And then scoff those, and then jump in my Land Rover and drive down to Lord Remix as quickly as possible, because I'm conscious I'm a bit later than I should be.
Yeah. You buy your energy drinks. The guy at the counter kind of gives you a bit of a weird look. You pay for your bits, you get into your car, and as you sort of like pull down your sun visor in the mirror, you can see that you're covered in dirt for one, and two, you've got a trail of blood coming down from your nose.
Okay.
And then you do what you need to and speed off.
And before I leave, I will just clock whether that Londis has any CCTV.
Yes,
okay.
It does.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll speed off.
Cool. You you leave, and And I think that's it. I think we all head back to the mansion now, where everyone should be gathered. Unless there's anything else that anybody wants to do. No?
No.
Cool. Finally.
Yeah, I think I'll take this
Yeah,
chance to head off and go and see.
Shut up. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to leave. You all meet back at the mansion, and it's now roughly, I'd say, late afternoon. No, not late afternoon. I'd say sort of like 3 o'clock-ish. On this X day. I don't know what day it is. And you've got you're aware that you need to be able to get to this place at the top of Wales.
Didn't Lord Brenwick say he was sorting out a boat?
Yes, he could sort out a boat, but you got to get here first.
Okay.
You see, so you are here,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna get there. However, you're all gathered together in the mansion, and Lord Renwick is pottering around, sort of almost like a fussing hen, trying to get everything together. He asks whether or not that you've managed to find some containers, and I believe that. How many containers have we got now? I know I said 7, but that was a guess.
I've got 2.
You've got 2. One.
I think I have 1 as well.
You got 1. Ian, you're muted.
Yeah, I've got the Jug of Doom with me.
Jug of Doom. Yep, so that's 5. I think that might be it. So you've got 5, which is not bad. Still, it's amazing. He's eternally thankful.
I've got 2. I've got 2. I've got 2 stone thermos flasks.
Yes, you do. You do have 2. So you've got 2. Tom, did you say you had 2?
Yeah, I got 2 from the from Frank at the hotel.
At the hotel, that was it. Yeah, I remember now. Cadman's got 1 from Gareth Smith, and Darrell's got the Jug of Doom. So yeah, you start making your way. Sorry, you start gathering all your bits together. Is there anything else?
I've got urn envy.
Is there anything that you want to ask? Either Daria's there and Renwick is there.
Did we ever do the phone calls to the...
No.
No, you never made the phone calls. I believed it was Darrell, you checked out that they were legit.
Yep. And
Sarge said yes.
Yeah, I got the impression that Val's the one we want to talk to.
Yeah.
Seth's a bit of her lapdog, so to speak.
Kind of. So, if you wanted to have that conversation, you can, or you can crack on without it. It's up to you.
Well, I'm happy to make the call if someone wants to, if we want the information. I'm not sure what she'll be able to give us, but...
Isn't it just, you went there before, what can you tell us?
Yeah, that's the sort of thing, yeah.
It's not confidential to Lord Renwick that he's sending us a part, is it?
He doesn't seem to be worried too much that people know. It seems from certain conversations you had with him before and during your time just sort of hanging around the mansion for a bit now, he has been trying to gather, before the Ruby Jacks had got involved, parties of mages or people with powers, etc., to help him recover this this water. It wasn't just this bubble realm either. There's been a few bubble realms that he's had to excavate under rumors and things like that of such a thing as a well of healing or spring of youth or whatever it is actually existing in the first place. So he's not making it a secret. It's just that many people think that it's a fool's errand and just too dangerous, and they just haven't been interested in it. So guess you guys are the suckers. So do you want to ring Val then?
I can do it on the journey. Let's not hold up the journey. If we've got to get somewhere, I could do that hands-free on the drive down there.
Okay. Well, yeah, go
on. Before I go, though, I do want to hand Darrell a sketch that I've done of a cat with deer antlers.
Okay.
And say
where you were going with that.
It's my etchings.
Yeah,
I'll show my etchings. And I passed it to her and said, while we're away, I was wondering, can you do me a favour and do a bit of research on this creature? I've got no idea what it is, apart from it's fey.
Yes, of course. I can give that a go. Any reason specifically?
There's a fair amount of unrest. I'm not sure how aware you are within the fey realm at the moment. And this might be a lead for me to help with that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I'll have a look and see what Lord Renwick does. Got in his library. If not, I can always take it to the library at St. Augustine's, St. Swithin's, sorry. And not St. Augustine's. I don't know where I got that from.
I'll be much obliged.
Absolutely. Lord Renwick gathers you all together and says, I have managed to get you some form of transportation to the nearest council member's house, which is a few miles away from the port where you'll be taking the boat from. So you won't need to travel by vehicle, as it were. I can have you teleported, which obviously gives you a little bit more time if you need it. But I would head to there no later than 6-7 o'clock. The boat ride will take approximately 45 minutes, and then once you are on the skerries, it will be up to you then to have this interaction with the stranger, to find access, to get access to this realm. Tonight is the last night, really, if we're not going to wait another month to go, indeed. So if there's anything that you guys needed to do, obviously with that new information, if you wanted to make that phone call, you can make that phone call.
Yeah, sure. Unless anyone else wants to make it, I'm happy anyway.
No, you go ahead, mate.
You guys got all the stuff you need. You don't need to go grab anything. You've got it all with you.
All right, Dad.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck I'm going into. I don't know what the fuck they can do. So
I'm going to wait until the last second. Go. Oh, I need a wee.
I need a wee.
Yeah.
Oh, you're one of those.
Did someone pick up a load of healing potions or something? Do I remember, or was that just wishful thinking?
I think that was wishful thinking.
No, I think that was Cadman, wasn't it? Or do we not know that in character?
What's that? We don't out of character. We know Cadman, but he's not saying anything at the moment, so it could be secret.
No, I thought the guy had said that he was getting some or something.
No, he gave us a contact to get some.
Oh. Yes, thank you. God, no, trying to remember
We're all
of
going
my
to
things.
die anyway, so I don't know.
It just prolongs the agony.
Exactly.
I'm not sure I want to go on this one. Dusk. Sorry, not Husk. Dusk sort of flitters in front of you, looking a little bit wary. Am I?
Dusk must know that I'm always pessimistic and always saying that kind.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and she always goes along with you. So it's maybe a little bit unusual, that she doesn't want to go on this one. Okay. I was gonna go find out what happens in Fairy.
You do what you like. Do what you like.
All right, but
you're not my pet and all, are you?
No, I'm not your pet.
Do what you like.
Fine, I will. And she turns invisible, and you don't see her again. Seems to have stropped off. So, yeah, she's gone. Darrell, you make this phone call.
Yep.
By mobile or by landline? It's important in this house.
I'm guessing I'm going to by landline because otherwise I'm going to walk a mile down the driveway.
Yeah. The drive is a little bit of a walk, but yeah, it's you'd have to step out because this house just won't allow for mobile reception.
I'm guessing she might actually recognise the number as well. So whether that's good or bad.
Well, potentially.
We'll see.
After a couple of rings, she does pick up, and you can tell that she's on her mobile because you can hear the sound of public transport in the background. And she goes, "Hello."
Hello. Is that Val Black?
It is. Who's this?
You might not remember me, but we done some work together for the Mage Council a few months ago. It was after the wizard in the mask.
You got a name to go with that voice?
I'm not sure we gave her those. Yeah, it's Darrell Knight.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Tall, good-looking guy. Yeah.
Well, I don't remember that so well, but yeah, no, I remember the name for sure. How can I help you? You're ringing from the Renwicks, aren't you?
Yeah, we've been called in to try and finish a job that you had trouble with. And I don't mean that as a criticism, but we're just wondering if there's anything you could give us a heads up on.
Are you? Wait, hang on a second. And you can hear that she's doing something with her phone, and then she comes back to the phone. She says, "You're going tonight, aren't you?"
Yep, that would be an affirmative.
Okay. Does Councillor Sinclair know that you're going?
I don't know if he specifically knows, but the council are aware.
How did the old man wrangle this then?
I think this is his last shot, so he's been given a fair warning.
I should think so, after what happened with Jack. Look, I mean, you won't catch me going back in there, that's for sure. If you're looking for advice, well, my first advice would just to be don't go.
Obviously, yeah.
If obviously that doesn't cut it, there's a lot of undead there. A lot of zombie type creatures.
Okay.
I've never seen anything like that before. It's like literally something out of a horror movie. The scariest thing is that they don't really make any noise. They don't growl or screech or any of that normal undead shit. They're quite quiet, and it's very unnerving, and they might get the jump on you. It's quite bigger than the island makes it seem. Overgrown. There's more than just undead there. There's a lot of old fey plant things that, well, I found myself a little bit caught up in some odd plant type thing before the rest of them came to my rescue. But I'd say watch your underfoot. Just trust nothing in that place. We saw a very curious building. We didn't go anywhere near it, but very far off. Looks like an old fort tower thing. It wasn't anywhere where we were going to go to, so we just ignored it. But it was moving, so good luck with that if you're going to go explore that. Other than that, don't spend too long there. She says that as if suddenly remembering something. Time works a little bit differently. You have to be out within 3 days, otherwise you'll get trapped there for a while. And time moves. I don't know. Jack was always the smart one, and he's the one that did all the calculations as to what the time something or other goes between places. But if we'd had stayed past the 3 days, then for us it would be another day before we could leave, but a month for here this time. So things go really weird in time stuff. Other than that, I can't really give much else. But
just a couple of quick questions. Were you still on your way in? Did you find the well?
We found a river that was leading us to a spring. But on our second night camping, we had got caught up a little bit. We were well behind where we were supposed to be. Jack was getting tetchy, and I think that's what threw us off. We were all on edge, and none of us had slept well. And on our second night camping, we were ambushed, and that's when we lost Jack. I don't know how close we were to where the river was sourced from. Wherever it was, that's where we needed to be. That's all I know. He was the one that mapped it out. I was just leading us there. I was just doing the hard skill through the jungle stuff.
Is there any reason why Sir Sinclair?
Is this on the loudspeaker? Are you doing it on speakerphone? So
I'm not.
It's an old phone, so it doesn't have the unfortunately.
You can hear my half of what's been said, I guess.
Yeah.
Was there any reason? I mean, Sir Sinclair is surely a senior enough wizard to have had his nephew, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It was, I should say.
Resurrected. Is there some reason why that wasn't possible?
She pauses for a little bit. It was no secret that Jack and his uncle had a bit of a contentious relationship, but in his way, the councillor did care for Jack. But as with everything, Councillor Sinclair, work comes first, always, and he couldn't justify the potential life loss of sending in, either untrained to the level it would need to be, council members, either shield or star agents, or taking away valuable, higher skilled peoples from the Order of the Shield to go in. Apparently the cost was too great even for his own nephew.
Is there something we can bring back that might facilitate that?
If you can bring back Jack. in whatever state he's in.
Sorry, but my assumption was he was dead. Is it not the case?
Yeah. If you could bring back his body, though, that would.
Yeah,
be...
sure.
I
can't.
So,
yeah, there is no promise that it is just.
No, absolutely. I wouldn't ask you to do anything that would put you, or I'm assuming you would have a team. You'd be mad to go alone, truly. But nothing to put yourselves at risk. And as much as I hate to admit it, that place, Jack might not be restful, even in death.
I understand. You as a team, you were quite close. You've done a number of jobs together.
Yeah, we started out as Order of the Shield rejects. None of us quite fit I say all of us. Seth's a Yank that just decided to go on holiday and stayed here. But yeah, me and Jack had and the twins were all at some point going to be Order of the Shield members, but we didn't quite make the cut. So we decided to make our own band of merriment, which...
Yeah, I know what it feels to be on the outside of that. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. We'll hopefully...
Do they have a map of the place?
Sorry? Oh, okay, I'll ask that. Yeah, one of my colleagues has asked, is there a map?
No, I mean, nobody's been alive long enough to map it. I think maybe is the thing there. Technology doesn't work in there, by the way. As with most bubble realms, I mean, your electronic devices might switch on, but obviously it's not going to be connected in any way. We tried walkie-talkies. There was a lot of interference, but worked just about, but not really. If you're going tonight, there's no way I can get a map to you, I'm afraid. It would purely be from memory and very, very rough as to our... I would say keep the... find the river. Find the river and walk upstream. At a certain point, you'll see probably the remains of our camp, because we had to abandon it. You're welcome to any of the stuff we left behind. It's nothing great, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Okay. Oh, just quickly, can you send me a picture of Jack?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I don't know what he looks like, so.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture.
I'll give him my mobile number. Obviously, I won't pick it up until I'm at the house. But,
yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. You're at the Renwicks. Of course, you're.
Yeah.
Well, give my best to Lord Renwick, and Eugenie too, if you know. Presumably, she's still awake.
Yep. Okay, we'll do.
Okay. See you later.
Bye.
She must find out. You do get after a couple of minutes a ping through of the picture of Jack. Which, Andy, did you put up the picture of Jack?
Did she have a map?
Unfortunately, not. They didn't have time while I was there to do it. No one previously has done it. She mentioned about finding the stream and following it up. Sorry, the river, following upstream to the spring.
Well, that's something to try.
B, I don't think we've had a picture of Jack.
Have you not?
No, we've had Seth and
oh my
Val.
God, I'm terrible. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Show to players. There you go. I just realised he appears to be holding money, and that's very in character. So, yeah, he looks quite young. I'll say that the picture you get doesn't quite look like that, but that's the gist that you get. In the picture is him, Val, and Seth all kind of like, huddled together, smiling at the camera. Seth is clearly doing a selfie. In the background, you can see two people sitting at a table playing cards, and that they look quite similar. You can guess that they're the twins that had previously been part of the party and have now left. Yeah, so that's what you get, and yeah, she can't send you any sort of guidance other than that. Keep an eye on the follow the river and keep an eye out for very quiet zombies. 28 days later, zombies rather than Hammer House of Horrors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zombies that run.
Yes. And are like a bit spooky.
But not runny.
Runny.
Well, maybe
runny.
they are.
Nobody wants runny zombies. Gooey.
Don't knock it till you tried it.
Nope. Nope.
It's fine. There could be moist zombies.
Oh, stop it. That's it. Raphy
I
dies.
thought that's where you were going with it. Anyway, Tom.
You're all wrong. Okay. Let's put this on the map now that we're heading there. So you are heading there. Anybody can see that?
Yep.
So it is a little island just at the top of North Wales, called the Skerries. And when you're all collected and ready and set to go, Renwick. Right. Yeah, go on.
No, sorry, to Karen. I've got something to organise, but
okay. Renwick leads you out to it's like a covered porch bit of his garden just at the back of his house, that has the patio looks like two different types of stone is being used, and the lighter coloured stone is in the shape of a magic circle, or like actually digging into the ground.
Before we go, can I memorise that, please?
I don't know what the rules are on, like, because I think you have to study it, don't you? Let me have a look quickly. I mean, if you survive, you can certainly spend all the time you want. In fact, you've been here a little while because obviously Beren's was the last one back. So we'll find out, but
takes a minute.
Oh, does it?
Oh, you can commit a new signal sequence to memory after studying it for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You can make a copy of it. You can even just snap it with your phone if you wanted to.
Back of a spell book.
Yeah. Scribbling the inscriptions. He's happy to let you do that. It's kind of like asking for a wizard's phone number, isn't it? Can I have your teleportation server? And when you are to teleport back in, if you can, you arrive there and you can knock on the back door as if it was the front door. They sort of like work interchangeably. So yeah, he brings you out to there and he begins to he uses an item actually. It's like a half circle piece of stone that he focuses on, and has a sending spell conversation with somebody, and then says, right, they're ready to receive you. Good luck, and thank you all very, very much. I'll keep the light on. And he sends you via this teleportation spell, which you'll feel that weird sensation of being squeezed into the tiniest space and then popping back out of it very, very quickly. On the other side, you find yourself in another very nice garden. It's in the grounds of, you look around immediately and see a very, very large house, or mansion, I should say. All of these wizards are rich. There is a gentleman standing there, sort of like in his 30s, with like a server's uniform on, and he greets you all, and he says, "We were expecting you. We can take you around to the front immediately if you wish, or we can call you a cab for wherever it is that you need to get to." And he just takes you round to the front.
Well, we need transport to the boat, don't we? So
yeah.
Uber then.
Yeah, you can use Uber. Uber exists in this world.
Yeah.
Cool. Someone calls an Uber. This place is like very grand. There's like an entrance and an exit technically, that kind of half circle, drive in, park, drive back out again sort of deal, with 2 gates. They're expecting you to perhaps be picked up by a limo or something like that, and just some fucking Ford Fiesta turns up. No, I'm joking.
Presumably it'll be a pair of them, because
It's
there's
going to need a minibus or
or a
something.
minibus.
I was about to say a
yeah,
minibus. Yeah,
a minivan. Yeah.
There's a minivan.
Yeah.
I like, look at the dog. That's not coming in my car.
Tip him highly and give him a good rate up on Uber.
Oh yeah, get in the car. It's fine. They take the tip quite happily and start driving you. And
discrimination is what it is, I tell you.
Sorry, is Hedrick saying that?
Yeah, I was about to say immediate break in the masquerade. That's it. The game's ruined.
There's a suspension on this thing.
Yeah, it just suddenly sinks really low. Weird.
What are you looking like at the moment, Cadman?
Yeah, actually, Cadman, what do you look like at the moment?
We're going on a boat, so I'm going to look like a tourist going on a fishing boat.
I love
like a tourist attempting to try and be a fisherman.
Amazing. You've got like a black and white stripe woolly jumper on. Popeye pipe. Woolly hat.
I thought you were going to say Sailor Moon at first.
Sailor Moon?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a look. You
big
get
fishing tackle box.
Pardon?
Fishing tackle box.
Yeah,
Fishing,
I heard.
Fishing tackle.
You get taken to a small port, and I mean small port. It is clearly a personal use dock, really, if anything. On a, you imagine maybe this is a private beach. It's very small, and it is quite cold. The wind has picked right up. The waves are a little bit spicy, and it's looking like it's probably going to be a little bit of a rough trip. But the person with the boat meets you there. It's just a paddle boat. It's I don't know boats, so it's a boat that fits you all in it and doesn't sink. And they can they set sail, takes you over to a tiny little island where the red dot is.
It is probably some tourist boat for taking people around and showing them bits and pieces and stuff like that.
Yes, I believe I did actually look up how to get to the Skerries, and this is pretty much the description I got. But that's about it, because it's not one of those, hey, let's go and, take the family here. It's a little, in fact, I think I have have a picture of what the skerries look like.
Probably just for bird watchers on. Or
That's exactly
nature,
it. But because I think it's the RSPB own or not own it, but like they
visit it. It's
support the
So
site.
I'm sorry. As we know, birds aren't real.
Yes, that's very true. Birds aren't real. It's a coup by the government.
It sounds.
Never. It's
Oh Jesus Christ!
the surveillance cameras. Oh no! There we go. I've got it. Oh no, wrong one. Now I've got it. Show the players. There we go. So that's what the skerries look like. So you get taken to that little concrete steps where you disembark and make your way up. It is now dark. So you are, I'm presumably using torches.
Head torch. I'll dive into my little bag and pull out a head torch.
Nerd.
Yeah.
I love it. You can see the light from the lighthouse, obviously, that is on and working. So presumably there's someone in it. And in fact, somebody meets you down at those steps. There's a woman dressed in like waterproof clothing, mostly with thick woolen jumper and a parka over the top, and a woolly hat. Fuck it, let's go typical. She meets you all down there, and she sort of nods to you, and she goes, I got a message from Lord Renwick that you'd be down here, so I'm to take you over to the cave.
Cool.
Chop,
Cheers
chop.
for that.
And then she starts walking, and she goes, well, what is it that he's doing anyway?
It's a scientific research thing.
Ah, he didn't seem too much of the scientist sort.
We're getting samples, but he's a rich bod. You know, these rich people like to sponsor things.
Yeah, well, he's certainly put a little bit of money in our pocket, that's for sure. So we don't ask too many questions.
Good idea.
She leads you over. It doesn't look that big in this picture, but the skerries is, a little bit of a size. She herself is carrying quite a powerful torch, and it illuminates the safer path to travel, though a wrong turn could lead you a little bit into ankle break territory, so you have to watch your step. Until she leads you down onto a part of the island, which is more like a little beach, heading towards this cave at the side of the islands. And let me just show you this bit. So can you see that? The caves?
Yep.
Are the torches there?
Yeah, I couldn't find one without torches. So there's not torches. Or there is torches, and it's weird. No, there's no torches there. She says, I brought the last people down here, so I guess this is where I leave you. If you need us for anything, we'll be up at the lighthouse until you return, I guess. Good luck. And she goes to leave.
Just in case it's relevant,
Yep.
I'm going to sort of download a snapshot of a map of the island, the Skerries Island, to my phone, just so I've got a map on it. Should we need to try and find the lighthouse in a hurry in the dark or something like that?
Easy enough to do. And this little island is truly, it takes about 20 minutes to walk from point to point. It's tiny. I say tiny, it's
small.
Small and really nothing super on it. If you could get to a high point, you'll see the lighthouse from pretty much any point in this island. You head over to this cave, and before you even get to the mouth of the cave, again you feel and sense, and for some of you even see this haze that tells you that you're entering a place of a great deal of magic, and you step into the cave, and it is very dark and
Right.
spooky.
Before going into the cave, once we cross the veil into the daze,
Yep.
So just correct me if I'm wrong. I understand that if she was to come along and look, she would not see us doing anything strange.
Yes, she wouldn't even the woman that you just met, presumably just a normal average person, not anyone magically inclined, would find it difficult to. It would be like she's in a daze, forgive the pun.
Yep. No. Yep.
But quite literally, that's what it does. It puts them in a daze. She would have no inclination to go there. In fact, she would have more of a feeling of, oh no, I left the stove on. I need to go home again. It turns them away with like seemingly ordinary reasons to do so. If you were to force them to come with you by being insistent or magically or physically carrying them, they become confused basically until their brain kind of snaps with the idea of it, and then you have to go through the whole process of having to explain to them what the magical realm is, and that's when the council gets involved and people get in trouble.
Okay.
So yeah, you can gather from the interaction there that she's taken this excuse that you're on a scientific mission from a very rich patron completely at face value, and is happy with the, to her nothing weird is going on. You start making your way into this cave.
I'm actually going to do a little bit of preparation before we go across.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go for it. I shall turn the. We're obviously obscured now, so can I suggest that anyone who has anything to prepare does so now, and I then start pulling things out of my pockets of my coat.
Yeah. What do you pull out?
Well, a sword and a shield to start with.
Yep.
But I'm also going to pull out a belt with a holster on it and secure a second pistol on my hip. I'm also going to pull out a sort of Soviet Union style old Lifchik harness chest rig, and put that on my chest, which holds a number of magazines for an AKMS assault rifle that I pull out as well, which I then secure on a 3-point sling sort of over my back. So I'm going to have sword and shield out, but I have more accessible now other firearms.
So Baron starts pulling out an
armory.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
And to get suited and booted. Is anybody else making any preparations?
Has it been a new day since since all this has happened?
So it is the same day that you went to visit Gareth Smith.
Okay.
But we've had a long rest since the whole fight thing happened.
Yeah, you had. Yeah, none of you should be down in hit points at all. I think the only thing that you used, Kyle, was that spell to encourage plant growth.
Hit long rest since we last had that fight.
The last one. Yeah, gotcha.
So I'll long rest myself and then just remove one of the.
Was it a channel divinity?
Plant growth.
Not channel divinity. You're not a cleric. Yeah.
No, he's a druid.
He's a druid.
I'll check over me me check over me bow, make sure it's fine.
Yep.
But I would have done that and check for spare screens.
You're all ready to go. You're like.
And
I
does
know
it?
we've got to meet the stranger first, and we're not in there yet, so I'm not getting me bow out or going me bow off my back. I'm just walking.
So
I'm gonna pull out.
Hendrik sits down and scratches his ear with his back paw.
I'm going to pull out a little hip flask, take a shot, and do the whole checking my weapons by doing the Henry Cavill thing, where he just resets his shoulders.
Yeah, that's how a monk checks his weapons.
Yeah. 6 ones.
Okay, cool.
One last thing.
Yeah,
I managed to obtain 2 vessels that we can transport this liquid in.
Mm-hmm.
So, did anyone else have any success? Does anyone else not have? You've got 2 as well, Raphy. Okay. Has anyone else not have one who wants one?
Does anyone want to swap with me?
But I don't want one.
Darrell pulls out this really chintzy looking jug, and you all feel immediately uncomfortable.
You're good, mate.
I know you can keep that one. Liam, you don't want to carry one?
Feeling uncomfortable.
Not particularly, unless you want me to.
Well, it just seemed more sense to spread them.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, I'll pass them over.
I'll hold my hand over.
I'll pass them over one of the stone thermos flasks.
I'll wrap it up and put it in my backpack, or I'll put it in my backpack wrapped up with some of the other stuff that's in there.
Yeah. Good.
And jump up and down on it.
You hear a break. I'm joking.
So,
yeah, go on.
Sorry, Darrell's rolling himself a cigarette, and he looks across at Berrin after his little act and goes, "Fucking regular Mary Poppins, you are, guy, aren't you?" And
he stares back at Darrell, clearly not getting the reference.
What?
I'm behind you, mate.
So, fellas, here's a little conundrum for you. I can arrange for us to have telepathic communications between each other within a range of a mile.
Ooh.
A fair amount of time, few hours. But I can only link to up to 4 other people, which means someone's going to be excluded. Now, if anyone else has anything else similar...
It's about to be me.
Now I just feel bad.
I feel so bad.
So we make sure that he's got something then, just to spite him, yeah?
Just to spite him every time.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to be hanging around with somebody at all times because I got my ass handed to me. You got your ass handed to you, so you should be hanging around with somebody else as well.
I mean, I don't anticipate any of us splitting up, but that would not be a sensible thing. But just in case.
I mean, I think you should all keep close to me. Things seem to be better for people when they're close.
Darrell says, I might, well, it's not so much me, but there is a way of us communicating as long as we're close telepathically. And he says out loud, introduce yourself, Summer.
You'll hear a rather tart voice in your head. As if you hear it in your ears, but it's not coming through your ears. And the voice goes, "Oh, it took you long enough to introduce me. Who are your new friends?"
And I'll let them introduce themselves, which we're not going to go through. And I hold up my staff and said, "This is Summer."
My pleasure, I'm sure.
You have a staff that talks.
Well, it's actually a sword that talks, but
I am an artifact of great power.
But you've just held up a
That's definitely a staff.
Yeah,
Hello,
that's
Summer.
Hello.
I go to
we have a dog that talks.
I go to the effort of actually, I press one of the runes on the staff and twist it and draw out a rapier. And as that happens, actually cold flame flicks up the blade.
It just seems to stay there and doesn't get any further up the blade or go out.
Yeah.
So you have a rapier that speaks.
Cool. Summer, nice to meet you. Raphy.
Hello, Raphy.
Yeah.
Well, it's delightful.
My point was that I could communicate telepathically with Summer and pass on message, and she could pass on messages to you without anyone hearing.
Is there a cost for someone to do that? And is there a cost for you to do that? Looking at Ben, I can't remember your character.
Hendrix.
Hendrix, there you go.
No cost. At least
no
not
cost.
The only thing I'll say about Summer is you had to be fairly close, as if she was talking to you out loud.
But it's in my mind.
It's in your mind, yeah.
Can we talk back to her?
Yeah.
Can you hear? Okay, I see.
I can hear you.
How far can you hear people? And Hendrix, how far did you said about a mile?
Up to a mile.
Up to a mile.
Just checking, Ian. Is it 30 foot, 60 foot, or does it just say within?
I don't think it says. I think it's literally as if she's a person in that space. So
within speaking range. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say no further than 120 feet. Reasonably.
Let's do this way then. Hendrix, you can speak to us directly. Some of you can pass on what people are saying. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. No offense, Summer. Hendrix, you're the sneaky sort, and you disappeared off somewhere into the mansion before. I'd rather speak direct to somebody instead of getting the Chinese whispers through Summer. You're probably
if my features are not wanted here, then I shall stay quiet.
It's not wanted. It's just I prefer speaking to somebody face to face instead of Chinese whispers or mind to mind or whatever it is.
She doesn't respond.
Sorry.
And Darrell's just shaking his head.
He's like, I'm going to pay for that later.
Yeah, literally.
I'm. We need to make a decision. I will be the one left out of Hendrix's communications. So, Darrell, I'll rely on you and Summer, please, to update me of anything that Hendrix sends.
Well, that means you two need to form a pair, essentially. Then, yes, if we have to split up in any way.
Yeah, for fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll talk around to it.
All right then. Should I do this now, and know that the clock is ticking, or rely on the fact that we'll have time to do it?
Do it on the other side.
You said it didn't last long.
It can last for a few hours.
We'll be in there for a few days.
I know.
How
if I get a chance to rest, I can do it again. But that's what I mean about the clock ticking.
I'd say save it until it's needed.
Okay.
So, does anybody need a refresher, or have you got notes about how it works with the Watcher? The
Stranger.
The Stranger. Sorry.
I need a reminder.
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention.
When do you ever?
I need a reminder, miss.
Sorry, before you do that, Bea.
Yeah.
Have I, in my addled and gap-filled memory,
Yep.
ever heard of a magical talking rapier called Summer?
Make a history check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. It's going to be quite a high thing anyway. Yeah, no.
No. Okay.
No, I mean, you've heard of obviously magical weapons.
No, I was just trying to
to
luck out so I could flatter her.
Yeah, you don't even. For some reason, you don't even think you've even heard of a weapon that talks. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Definitely, the blade is clearly not steel; it's silver.
Yes, it is made
Nobody cares.
Shut the fuck up.
It all depends where it comes from, as well, I'm suggesting.
Yeah, so the design on it. The design on it is very intricate, very well made, and Celtic-ish in design. You get the gist that it's probably of Fey origin, or old British, probably magical, and well, obviously magical, but powerfully magical to make it a sentient weapon, essentially. Potentially even a godly artifact, potentially. You all make your way into the. Sorry, I'll recap you on the stranger. So you know that the stranger is a circle spirit, which is a manifestation of a crossing between the ley lines. So where ley lines cross over each other, whether it's by 1 line, 2 lines, 3, 4, whatever, it creates a sort of magical nexus, which then spawns a personification of something, which you can, to be able to tap into the magic, or the things around in its domain, it has to be negotiated with, essentially. And they can be things like animals or spirit type creatures that you would imagine from like stories and things like that, or they could just be regular people, straight up, just like you or me or anybody down the street. In this case, you know, from the research I think Hendrix did back in the manor, about the stranger, or rather it was Renwick and Daria that had informed you, obviously, as well as your own research, that the stranger was one of these personifications that needs to be addressed in a certain way. So when you go into the cave, it is quite far in. There should be some kind of altar or shrine there, and if you wait there long enough, usually in silence, a figure will appear, sort of like will come to the altar at the same sort of where you guys are, and you are to not introduce yourself because of the nature of the stranger. You shouldn't introduce yourself. You should give an offering. That's another thing. Before you left, Renwick has given you an item. Let me just check. I think it's an amulet of some kind. Sorry, 2 secs. It'll be ages till I bloody find it. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's an amulet of some kind. That is he. Sorry, no, it's a pair of boots.
Course.
Yeah, that he gives you. They look quite cool. Like the leather on them have been engraved in such a way that they look quite pretty. He explains that this is the items to be given in sacrifice to the stranger. You are to just simply leave them on the altar, and ask for passage into the other world, or Caer Sidi. Obviously, they didn't know that it was Caer Sidi before, so they just asked to entrance into the other world, and it seemed to work just the same. And the stranger will then will act as a kind of key and open the portal to this. And again, you're not to sort of acknowledge any sort of greeting or goodbye or anything like that. Just simply walk through, and that's it. And that's your instruction basically. So whoever you want can have the boots, and nominate whoever you want to do the whole leading bit. And whenever you're ready.
Who's good at talking?
You don't need to be good at talking, that's the point.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Fair enough.
Well, I guess we get going then. I'll pick up the boots, wherever they are. And,
yeah, there we go. Darrell for leader. Cool.
Darrell for leader.
Nobody else was going to take that torch. So you guys head off into the cave, and it goes on surprisingly quite far. Dips down a little bit as well. It's a bit of a steep slope. You know, obviously when the tide gets really high and rough, this will all be flooded. So perhaps that has something to do with the timing on this, potentially alongside the full moon aspect. But at the moment, it's just a bit like drizzly damp in here. There's a constant dripping from the walls. Your light is only your combined light of whatever it is that you're using is only going so far into this gloom, because there's just nothing to see in here until you get to a certain point, and in front of you, in this sort of a bit of a wider part of this cave, there is a stone altar, exactly how it is imagined it was supposed to be. Next to the altar is a this altar does not look anything special, by the way. It's literally just a slab of stone, clearly hewn the same rock that this whole cave is as well. If you didn't have lights on you, you'd definitely walk into it because it's dark down here. But next to the altar, scratched into the floor, deep grooves, looks like a very old styled looking teleportation circle, but it's not quite. It looks like it's been worn down, where obviously water comes in, washes it away. The deep grooves have chipped some parts away, so that they're just ruined parts of it that would tell. Basically, you wouldn't be able to copy it. Nobody's been able to copy it, otherwise they wouldn't have any need to actually use it to get here. But it's still serving as the point of entrance, but you would just need to go through the way that has been presented to you. You wait there for a while, and 30 minutes pass, an hour and a half. Starts to get to about 2 hours, and you're getting cold and sort of stamping your feet, or if you're inclined to do that, you can be restless.
I've pulled out a Mars bar each from inside my coat.
I love it.
Including one for Hendrix, because I know he likes them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
That's how
washed
you
it down
kill a
with a
dog.
hip flask.
Jesus Christ.
And a cigarette.
When out of the other end of the cave, those of you with dark vision, actually, do many of you have dark vision? I don't think. Yeah.
Darrell has.
Darrell. I don't think anybody else has.
I do.
So,
I have.
yeah. Darrell and Liam both see the shape
And
walking.
And Kyle as well.
And Kyle, sorry. Apologies, Kyle.
I actually thought, doesn't Hendrix see in the dark as well?
Yeah.
I think the only people,
yes, you do.
the only people
it's just the two humans.
It's just
Gotcha.
Raphy and Baron, I think.
Yeah, I think it must be. Wow. So you guys that have dark vision see this a shuffling figure that comes into focus a little bit before either Baron or Raphy sees them. Though they are, you can hear them after a while, the tap 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 at their feet as they come closer. And you can see that it is an older looking gentleman, human in appearance, rather weather worn face, looking quite grumpy, wild tangle of grey and salt and pepper hair, I should say, and a beard with this woolen cap fitted, trying to stay on despite the hair. A large coat that comes down to his knees, and a pair of like overall type dungarees that are like made from a weatherproofed material, and large boots. And as he shuffles up to the altar, he goes, and stands in front of it. It stands behind it, with it in front of it, between you all.
I just look round to the others to make sure they're ready. I'll step forward and put the boots down on the altar.
Yep.
We seek entrance to Caer Sidi. Offer these as tribute for the price.
He steps forward. He picks up the boots and examines them, turning them over. His face turning and twisting in that contemplative kind of sucking his teeth, and he shrugs acceptingly of these this offering, and he grunts at you and nods sideways towards the circle on the floor, which suddenly starts lighting up in like a blue and white light that just sort of circles around and then goes further and further into the middle. And he says, "Best be quick."
Without saying anything, I step towards it and into the ring.
Yeah, I'll stride forward.
I'll draw my bow. Well, I'll get my bow out and
Perfect.
Knock an arrow and head in.
Yep. And presumably Hendrix, Raphy,
yep.
Kyle follows. Kyle,
yep.
Cadman follows.
I'm just going to put a bottle of beer on the altar as well. Nod at him and then walk through.
Okay. Yep. You all work through, and you are blinded almost as you suddenly appear in semi-daylight on the other side. And we're going to move you over to a different place.
More for initiative.
In fact, I'm going to describe it.
Oh, okay.
As you step through, there is an absence of close surrounding. You realize you are, one, in the open. You're no longer in a cave. And two, it is daytime. Those are the first things you notice. The second is that you're in a clearing with a large stone rock behind you. below you, below your feet is a glowing runic circle, which pulses as you come through and then fades quickly. And as you walk into this area, and just quickly look around, you are not the only thing here, and you do in fact need to roll for initiative.
Bea, you've
I
not.
was joking.
We can't see another map yet, but
No, I know. I wasn't going to bring you over to it until
Okay.
I got it, but there we go. I was going to describe this scene for you before you got there.
Because the enemy's already on it.
Because the enemy's already on it.
All right.
No, well, that's what
we've got to put our tokens onto it before we can roll initiative, haven't we?
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting there.
Are you doing it?
Yeah. Well, I suppose anybody can do it. I think
you can pull your own.
Oh yeah, there you go. You can pull your own ones on. Yeah, stick yourself around this circle, in and around, no more than 5 foot from the circle, please. But in any sort of figuration you wish.
Oh, except I can't seem to drag mine off. Oh, that's because that's pitch, not characters. That one there we go.
Yeah, I know. I had to have a separate thing just for pictures because I wasn't sure about how much ow bollocks still got the same initiative from last time. Oh no.
No, new initiative.
No, mine's showing me it's got Ava and an elf on it. Like, let me just take this off. It's showing Darrell Knight as a 7, which is clearly not true. Is that right?
I haven't rolled yet, so
yeah. Okay, right. Well, maybe if you roll.
See me and Raphy on it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to click on your token before you hit initiative.
Yeah, I made that mistake.
Yeah, dumbass. Right, I'll add you on. Yeah, see, it's giving me 2 Darrell Knights now. How weird. Oh, you rolled 7 again. Oh, how weird.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right, okay. Let's add Cadman. Oh.
What was this? Was it with you guys? And we have very suspicious roll 20 dice rolling, where it just seemed to roll the same number again.
Yeah, it was Ben, wasn't it? He couldn't do anything apart from roll 14s or something.
No, it was a 4.
4 was it? I don't know what it was.
But because he has the ability where it's automatically counts as a 10, and then all of his things were like plus 12. It was just coming up 22s for everything.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Is that everybody player wise?
So.
No, I've still got 2. Can everybody see 2 Darrell Knights, or is it just me?
No,
just you.
Just you. Oh, you got rid of the one that I had on there, but okay.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to delete both of them, and then I'm going to add you back on. I'm sorry.
That's right.
And that's a 7.
7, yeah. Whatever, it's still last.
Well, you don't know. Let's roll for these guys. Right. Now I've got to scroll right in because everyone's tiny. It's like a map for ants. And that's the wrong one. Oh, no. So that would be...
If you look to my Twilight 2000 maps, they're enormous.
Yes. See those? They are.
Yeah.
But then again, you're dealing with a lot more range stuff. Yeah. So you're able to... Here we go.
Should it come to it, my AC is on here at 18. It's actually 20 because I've got my shield out, but it's not seemed to update it on the token.
Okie dokie, no worries. That's fun. That's 0. That was the wrong one. I knew that was the wrong one. Why did I do that? Apologies. That's fine. Oh shit, that's 2 nat 20s in a row. Well, they're all used up on initiative.
Get them out of the way on their initiative. That's not a problem.
Jesus Christ. How do I? Why? Descending. There we go. Oh, Liam, you are first. So as soon as you step foot into this thing, blinking in the light, again, now you've been told this, it is uncanny to see. You only see them, and it's not until they start moving that you obviously hear the sound of the forest underfoot. They do not seem to make a noise. Their faces are in like a snarled expression, but nothing is coming out. These old warrior looking zombies that are a little bit less mindless than what you expect a zombie to look like. Let me see if I can show you without actually ruining what these things are. Oh, yep, yes I can. Okay, so show to players. So there's one that is particularly looking quite armored and whatnot. There is one that looks like this. There is a varying range of different armor styles as well throughout the ages, which is perhaps interesting to some of you. And then what would be classed as the mooks look like that. Cool. Cool. And it's Liam's go, I believe I said.
Yeah, I will. Which one's are which? Do they all?
So these ones are the mooks, as it were.
Well, this one looks like this one in the middle here looks more special than better armored than the other one. So I'm going to shoot this one. I'm going to first and foremost bonus action. I'm going to Slayer's Prey on him.
Yep. Is that any kind of save or is that just on?
That's just on. It's bonus action. You designate one creature within 60 feet. Cool. First time each turn you hit it, you do an extra 1d6 damage.
Cool.
Okay. So do I target that or do I just roll to hit? I just
roll to hit. So you know which one.
There's no targeting this, is there?
No.
Attack, longbow. Doing both attacks now? You're going to go around, do one, and then go around again.
Oh yeah, no, it's just because technically you're both parties are surprised. It kind of cancels each other out. They were there ready for things to come through, but you were also ready coming through. So, I think that's a net one.
That is a net one.
Oh, yikes! I don't think that's going to hit, mate.
Outrageous.
That is outrageous, though. Oh, hang on. Well, no, nat ones and nat ones.
Nat ones and nat ones should never hit.
Yep, unfortunately not.
If you go with the crits being 20, so what's that?
That definitely hits.
Okay, do one of those, and then there's features and traits. Slayers. Where's that gone? Should be over. What? No, I can click that. Cool.
There we go. Cool. So 16 total, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, you shoot. The first one sort of glints off the armor, and then the second one finds a hole and goes straight into the shoulder. And he goes, well, doesn't say anything, obviously.
Yeah,
just kind of tries to dislodge it. Again, showing that perhaps they're not as mindless as you would expect zombies to be. But you all, those that are sort of in tune with that sort of thing, definitely get the whiff of undead for sure. There's no doubting it. Is that your go? Are you going to move at all, or
nope?
Are you happy? Okay, brilliant.
Yep, that's cool.
So that's these guys, and then that guy. Okay, cool. Very quickly. Yeah. And they can. So these things start moving, and oh, that is the problem. They start running. Towards you guys. But
I hate running zombies.
they are like literally running. Like I said, 28 days later rather than Hammer House of Horrors. They are not slow and shambling at all by any means. And in fact, you can't really make any attacks. So what they are going to do is just get up in your faces. So they just run straight at you all and get in to the thick of things. And I believe, hang on just for a moment. Oh, no. Yeah, for the moment, we're all good. Okay. They can't actually make any physical attacks just yet because they were a little bit too far away because I miscounted. Never mind.
Oh dear, what a pity. Isn't that a shame?
Isn't that a shame? Oh, however, this guy. Oh, he's boring anyway. He's gonna go immediately for. I think he's gonna go for what? But Cadman, what do you look like? What did you say?
I
You
look
look
like the fishing tourist.
Fishing tourist. I think he's probably gonna go for the fishing tourist, if I'm honest, rather than the heavily armored guy. So he's gonna make a couple of attacks. Ooh. So I'm assuming a 10 doesn't hit you.
Nope.
However, a nat 20 does.
What are the rules for nat 20s in this game for fighting?
It's automatically worked out on D&D Beyond. I decided not to change it, so it just rolls 2 lots of the damage die and then adds together automatically.
Yep.
So it's already worked it out for us. You take 10 bludgeoning damage. This is from 1 hit. So this guy is hitting you with, I believe the picture showed a spear. Ignore that. It's going to be a warhammer of some kind, I think. So it's 10 bludgeoning damage and then 20 necrotic damage.
Oof.
Which I'm resistant to, so I'll take half that.
Hey, boy, very lucky. I believe that's it. Yeah. So it slams this thing into you. The first one whiffs. The illusion of this this persona that you've got on kind of distracting it a little bit, not quite where you're supposed to be, and it gets the next one right in just the trunk of your body. And that's it. Raphy, it is your go. And on your go, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Saves con.
You do get
I got plus to that.
+4.
It's a +4, but also a nat 20.
Yes.
You are feeling absolutely fine. That swig of alcohol did you all the world of good, and unless if I forget, you don't have to make that save again.
Okay. Thank you.
So just to check, the Paladin bonuses
don't stack.
They don't stack. So
No.
we worked at Cabins is +4, whereas Baron is +3. So
you can choose then to take the higher one.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you
Actually, no, you're
have
out of
the
my
option
range.
to.
You don't get the +4.
yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you are out of the range. It's okay. You rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
You are out of the range.
What's your range?
So it goes to there is the end of it.
Do you see the circles on screen?
No,
only we see those.
Only we see
you
those.
guys see those. Yeah. See, I can see both of your circles.
I can see Cadman's.
Yeah.
Oh, can you?
I'm in 10 feet. Is yours only a 5 foot radius then?
No, it's 10 foot. It's just cut off by the I would allow it because it's like the corner of it, but it's like, yeah. If you could see it, you are cut off by the corner, but I don't like the whole corners mean further away, blah 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 thing.
Yeah, he's only 10 foot at the minute.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm just going to smack it.
Do it.
Smack it upside the head because I can.
Do it.
Right.
Oops, upside the head.
Oops, upside the head. $18 hits.
Which one are you hitting? Sorry. And yes, it for sure hits. Yeah.
Yep. 5 plus bludgeoning. Second attack.
No, another 20.
Jesus Christ! What is going on? Okay.
Hashtag a Sith.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
So that's 5 plus 8. My brain. 13.
Yeah.
Help me. Cool.
Okay.
Can you guys see their health bars, by the way?
Yes.
Cool. Excellent.
Do you know what?
Can't see numbers, just can see.
No, that's perfect.
I'm going to do flurry of blows. Spend a key point. Flurry of blows. And kick it twice.
Yeah, go for it.
Once.
Just a whirling dervish. That hits.
Twice.
That hits. 19 total.
To make you feel better, each time he's hit with it, he's done 1 point of damage with the first 2 on his roll.
Is it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uncanny. Yep. So that's your bonus action and all that sort of stuff, isn't it? So
no movement.
Cool. Cadman.
Alright, this one that's hurt me, I'm gonna hurt him back.
Fair.
Only seems fair. So I'll bring out the Morning Star, which currently looks like part of a fishing tackle set.
Smite him, sir. Smite him.
Strike him down. Was that 14 does not hit, I'm afraid.
No.
God, these ACs are all over the place with these guys. Sorry.
And I'll swing again.
That definitely hits. Yes.
And I'll throw a smite in there.
Yeah.
Naturally.
That's obviously
smite is right.
So, yeah.
He hurt me. I only do a first level.
It hurt.
So how many?
So it's undead. So
additional D8s.
It's just.
So should we, if you do a first level slot,
it'd be 3d8.
3d8, yeah. If it's the same as me.
And then we've got improved divine smite, so I'm doing an additional D8 anyway with the attack.
So that's 4d8.
So that will be worked out in your attack, though. I think. Yeah. But, like if you press the button for the normal attack, your regular roll. There you go. It's got the 1 radiant on there. That's your improved divine. So it's 14 total. Jesus Christ.
So I just need to roll 3 more D8.
Yeah.
Then 3d8. So 14, 23.
23, yeah.
23. Jesus Christ. Okay. Is that right? Hang on. Yes, that is right. Yeah, you 1 hit and you are you smacked it straight in the chest. Again, this wordless expression comes over its face, and it just looks at you with.
So it is a word. So they're not making like motions with a mouth that's just no voices coming out. They're just not making any.
It's weird. It's like they're showing the growl as if they should be making those
like,
whatever.
But there's no noise.
Just nothing's coming out.
Are they making noise with the weapon strikes? Are
Yes.
they making noise?
Yeah, so they're not like under a magical silent spell or anything like that. Everything else, it like you can hear their boots on the grass. You can hear. Go away. That was weird. I got an ad come up. Well, a Microsoft notification thing. Yeah. You could hear like the normal everyday thing. It's anything that is like come out of their mouth.
Out of their mouth isn't making a noise, right?
Doesn't seem to come.
Okay.
And my bonus action will be to cast Shield of Faith round Liam.
Yeah, that's bonus action. Nice. Cool. There you go, Liam.
Nice.
You have that.
And we leaves start flicking round you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Druid. Told you, Druid.
Druid.
Yeah.
Druidish.
Baron.
I shall attack this one.
Yep.
D&D Beyond is there. I am, if I hit, going to put a. Where's my? There, right, so I'm going to put Divine Smite in if I hit. So.
Yep.
Did any of us have to make Constitution saves like Raphy?
Oh shit! Yes, everybody. I'm sorry.
Right.
Everyone that's been so far make a con save. Shit.
I'm Kyle and Andy.
Right. Cadman, you're fine.
Should I do mine now at the end of the turn?
Liam, do yours now. It's supposed to be at the beginning of the turn, but I forgot.
Liam,
you're fine.
For?
It's so when these zombies come over to you, there is a stench.
Oh, okay.
Truly foul. Baron. Right, okay. Everybody that saves does not need to make this save again. I believe the only one left to do. No, that's it actually.
Do I need to make a save? I don't breathe.
Interesting.
That's a piece of information I hadn't grasped yet.
No, you don't need to make a save. And
then you were detecting as undead, weren't you? So the clue was there.
Andy, Baron is just so overcome by this smell. If you can be poisoned, you are poisoned.
Can he have my roll? Because I didn't need it.
No.
I can't be poisoned, I don't think.
No? Can't be diseased. I know that you can't be diseased, but this is a poison. But I don't know if you...
It was just in your immunities on your character sheet.
Divine Health is immune to disease.
Is it disease? Okay, so I am poisoned. Yep, okay, I'm poisoned.
If it's not Paladin-esque, then I don't know.
No. I've got disease. I can't be diseased or frightened. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm poisoned. So what's the effect of poisoned?
Let's have a look. Poisoned.
Both your legs fall off.
Yeah, they just pop right off. That's it. Right. Okay. Deafened for a frame.
You know how it gets stuck on numbers? I've rolled 2 5s in a row. Can I just point out?
You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Right. Shall I re-roll that attack?
You just roll again and take the lowest.
Okay.
Which is probably that one.
Which is probably that one. But let's just see if
it's not 20 appear.
Let's see another 5. I bet you.
Not too far off, but yeah. So the 15. Which one are you attacking here?
This one.
The one that Cadman hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that just hits.
Just hits. Okay.
Yeah.
So I then I need to roll my damage, which is
damage. Press the pink button.
Oh, right. She's supposed to be. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter either way.
So, it's 12
plus 2
plus the 2 radiant.
Yeah.
And then I was going to put a divine smite in. So let me knock off a first level spell and do a further 3d8, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. Because it's all undead up in this shiz.
We gathered that.
Yeah.
Oof.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
That is
Can you not?
36 points of damage.
Fucking hell.
Trying to one up me here.
My monsters, my precious monsters.
He did one up you.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I'm then
There is no
I was
try,
a
there is
better
only
Paladin
do.
and then
last time we played, wasn't it?
I'm going to hit him again.
That's a paladin.
Disadvantage again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And then if I just press the pink one, you say that
Yeah,
rolls
just
damage.
press blink.
I'm not putting a divine smite in this. I'm not sure I can actually.
Can't, can only do one
yeah.
around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's 16.
16 points of damage.
Bruh.
What's the 13-6 for?
That's
That's
13
two-handed.
if I was we'll
Ah, 100, 200. Yeah, I see it now. I just need
it wraps
to
wrong.
read.
The stashing two-handed is for the 13, and then it wraps to radiant, which is
just
the 6.
Need to learn to read. That's all.
Okay.
Oh, my poor monsters are looking real sick now. So
Oh, shut up!
I hope
It's
you're
only the first
feeling
encounter
sorry for you.
of like millions.
Yeah, true that.
Now doing
Hendrik.
a divine smite is
Health away.
doing divine smite is a free action, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
it's part of the attack.
Part of the attack, yeah.
I'm just thinking if I'm going to do.
I regret letting 2 paladins be in my party now.
Oh,
In an undead adventure.
Wow, to be fair, that's my fault. I knew that after the event.
Yeah, but the lack of a straight cleric in an undead world.
I thought I'd make this bit easy for you guys. Easy.
no, right. I'm not going to use up a spell on a bonus action. I need to save the slot.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Hendrix.
Okay. It's 8 minutes past 11. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Wow, that went quick.
Gets the bottom of the round.
Do this round.
Do we want to do the round? It's a couple.
Yeah, finish the round.
Oh God, I didn't realise it's.
Yeah, it's
so I was having so much fun. Finally,
I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. You've got 5 minutes.
You turned into a pumpkin.
Are you okay to carry on just for this last 3 rounds, Ben? Are you okay?
Yeah.
3 rounds.
3
actions.
turns. You know what I mean.
We'll all be dead in 3 rounds, so
yeah.
Get it over with.
I'm dead already. So.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. Go on, Hendrix, go.
This rock thingy, is that difficult terrain?
It's real high. It's like 25 foot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you could probably bamf up there. Actually, it seems flat-ish on top.
Okay. I think I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you want me to move you, or can you move it?
I'll move it. There we go.
Got it.
There we go.
Perfect. You can see down, but you're about, I'm going to say 25 foot up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I guess I can use my.
What is your to teleport thing? Is that an action or a bonus action?
Yes.
You don't know.
Awesome. It just informs, obviously, the action afterwards.
Okay. See, this is what happens when you make me do things right.
I'm sorry.
This is what happens when you choose abilities, you twat.
Yeah. How dare
I
you?
want to be a blink dog. Oh, what's that mean?
To be fair, I knew we were going to struggle with the amount of stuff we get.
You always do,
honestly,
Ben, every character you have.
If
it's not a plain fighter.
Yeah, Ben should only be allowed a straight fighter.
Yeah. Even then, he's
a champion fighter of that, because that's the easiest of them all.
Yep.
Even then, they may be a struggle ahead.
Don't worry, Ben. We do love you.
We do love you.
We do love you.
Why is
I'm not even listening anymore. I'm just looking on the character.
Looking for where my
Why did
It's a
Hendrix?
bonus action.
Sorry, why did Hendrix just lose some hit points?
What?
According to looking on my screen, Hendrix gone down some hit points.
That's weird. Oh, I opened his sheet, so I don't know whether that did something.
But yeah, you open my sheet.
Well, you were taking your time, so 87 it should be.
Yeah.
It's not because he hasn't had a long rest since last fight, is it?
Yeah, you haven't updated your sheet since last time.
Probably that's it. Yeah.
Just the worst. Anyway, it's a bonus action, so you may use your action.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot someone.
Do it.
With something.
No, wait. Can I shoot the tough guy far away? Actually, I'm not sure I want to bring on Incurious Wrath.
You can if you want.
No, I'll leave that.
Go on.
I'll just pick on one of the lackeys, I think. Which lackey shall I have? I have this one here.
Yep.
I'll shoot him.
Shoot him. You shoot him with your thingy. You got it. Do the thing.
Shoot my thingies.
Okay, that hits.
Oh, these psychic blades, I say.
Yeah. So these I believe it's spectral claws come out, don't they? And swipe at these things.
I don't know how to do the damage for it.
So you can, if you click on the actual word that says psychic blades attack.
It's that purple.
I know. Should work. Sorry, I clicked it for you because I wasn't sure. Yeah. But apparently, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
That's much better. I mean, the sneak attack can be ignored.
No, he can't. He's got advantage. He can do sneak attack because.
Oh yes, I apologise. Yes, you're right. He's within 5 foot of an enemy, so that is 33 damage. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ.
12th level characters.
Oh God, what have I done? Okay.
You listened to my suggestion, is what you did.
I know. Truly the worst decision.
I've got an extra attacky thing, but I don't know if can I use it.
No, because your bonus action was to bamf.
Right.
And move. Okay. Apologies.
Nope.
So I think that is it. Okay. Now for this mysterious gentleman up in the corner there. Much more well dressed, much more together. Doesn't seem to be doing that rush into because he's got low initiative.
He's smart enough to see what we can do.
Yeah, basically he's standing there watching you. Sorry, I am just going to. Well, that's not good, is it? Stupid character. Okay. I need to measure. All right.
It's a good job you put the Shield of Faith on Liam, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Because I think it's the only one.
Well, he was the most squishiest looking one that had 2 round him, so.
So he comes to there. So he saunters up.
Okay.
And withdrawing a long sword that is old but well kept, he glares at you. And his gaze catches your eye, and you are
look.
Almost taken back by it. You need to make me a wisdom saving.
Oh, fuck's sake.
+4.
Plus 4. Son of a bitch.
You're going to hate me by the end of this.
I already hate you. God damn it!
That's without the +4.
Son of a bitch. Okay, well, fine. He just glares at you. And instead with a what's this now? Oh yes. Without any words coming out, there is a of air as he breathes on his sword. You see the thin tendrils of magic circling it, and then he makes 2 attacks at you.
Dodgy fucker.
Does a 24 hit?
Oh yes.
And does a 21 hit?
Oh yes.
Nice.
Even with your +2?
Yes.
Apologies, let me just double check this a second. Why is it coming up with all these? Oh, I see. Because yeah. So you take. Oh, I see. 12 points of slashing damage on the first.
Yep.
And 11 points of slashing damage on the second.
21.
21.
23.
23.
12 and 11, 23.
Yeah, that's 23.
That's what
Shut
I
up,
said, didn't
guys.
I?
Yeah, we totally said that. We both said that. And ends
Just
by
testing.
grinning at you. And then Darrell, it is your go.
Right, does Remy need to make a constitution
Make
save?
a constitution saving throw. God damn it. And yes, Remy would need
No
to make
+4.
Yeah, no +4, but you do get a +3 from
Yeah, you
Baron.
get +3 from me.
And so does Remy.
Which is useful because his con save shit.
Poor Remy.
That'll do.
You save.
That's Remy, and then oh god, what a wrong sheet.
Is that a -1 to his con?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, I think you might have to take 5 off this because it's not a spell. Oh, didn't roll it. So it's.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I understand.
I'm not getting the +5 for Constitution.
Gotcha.
Because it's not a.
But you add
concentration. Yes, I'm taking 2 off that. So 11.
Yeah, it's 11.
Have
Unfortunately.
you got my +3?
Yeah, that was with the +3 in there as well.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that does not save, and the smell gets to you.
Okay.
It's just in your mouth, in your nose. It's just ugh, and you are poisoned, which means you have disadvantage on.
There is actually, if you click in the conditions box on D&D Beyond, there's an option to engage a button called poisoned.
Yes. I don't know whether it automatically makes all your attacks.
No, we shall find that out next time, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, find out now for Ian, rather.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Where is it on the
conditions on the first page?
Underneath your hit points. Yeah, on the first page.
Hold on. Where's the hit points on the first page? Oh, because I've got it. Got it. Yeah.
Add active conditions.
And under conditions as well. If you click in it, it brings up a pop-up box, and you just
tick. Yes, I got it. Okay.
Cool.
And do you see it's posted something in the chat as well?
Chat, yeah. Right, Remy wasn't to know any different. He's going to fly in here.
Yep.
Annoy this guy.
And then fly back out.
And then fly back up, probably sit by up to Hendrix.
Yeah.
Darrell's going to step forward. And his first attack, he's going to do Green Flame Blade.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, pick them up.
So it's a flat roll because you get advantage from.
It should be super advantage, but it's still a flat roll because any disadvantage knocks it straight down to.
Yeah, so it's
So he takes 11 damage from the sword, and 8 damage from the green flame blade, and this one here then takes 14 damage.
Ooh.
What?
That guy's looking
like
real sick.
the flame leaps from one to the other or something?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what green.
And it actually does more. The spell does more damage to the second target.
Yeah. How much does it does to the second target?
2d8 plus 5. But it's 2d8 for the primary target. But obviously, the primary target gets the 11.
Sorry, what I mean is, like, what was the number for the second target?
14.
14. It is 14. Okay.
And total 19 for the first target.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the other target.
Yeah,
He's hanging on by a thread.
Which I'm going to try and cut with just a straight.
Go for it.
A blade attack with Summer's Song.
Yeah.
Oh, damage. I should 18 hit. I'll just click on that.
Yes. Yeah. God damn it.
Another 13.
Sorry, I've got this pop up again. Go away.
Does he have 13 hit points left?
No, sorry, but my computer decided to fuck up and send me somewhere else. So, no, he had 4 hit points left. He's dead.
Again.
God fucking damn it. Okay. Well, that is that all you could do, Ian?
No, I'm all out now. So
you're all out, right? Okay. Well, that concludes.
What's your bonus action?
Oh, sorry, my bonus. Oh, yeah, my bonus action was to blaze thing. So I should make that. He pulled Summer's Song out the staff, and as he starts singing, but you then hear the voice that you've heard speaking to you, accompanying him,
singing the song. Yeah.
The
the woman's now it makes perhaps a little bit more sense. This other voice that you'd heard singing alongside Darrell is the voice of Summer. And that is where we're going to leave. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Liam already went.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. That's where we're going to leave it for this
bedtime.
evening. Yes, and thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully, please join us for next week, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.